Hello everyone, welcome back. We are in for another stream, this time with a new game. This game we're going to be taking a look at, although I've taken quite a bit more than a look at, is Parkitect. And the main reason is I actually have a class that needs me to use this, so this is doing this game for an assignment in one of my classes, basically. So I'm going to be taking y'all on a little tour of the park I've had to build. And we're going to be adding on a little bit more to it. So this is the park right after I submitted it, sort of, or at least part of it. So let's start at the front. Now, the weird thing about this game, I played a lot of Planet Coaster as well in the past, not recently, but one thing is this, like, fixed camera angle it has is odd. So I had to get a few mods, and yeah, this game I would say is kind of inferior to Planet Coaster, but it's not terrible. Like, it has its moments. Mainly in its, it is a tile-based isometric game, basically. However, you can press this button to activate a mod that gives it a more standard camera, like in most other games, although draw distance is a problem with it. The higher up you are, the lower your draw distance, which is odd, so... But anyway, welcome. I would like to welcome you to Duneland Adventure Park. That is the name of this. We had to play using this map specifically. And once you enter, you will be greeted with the opening land, which is Oasis Square. I don't know why part of this is flipping, but it's a big park, so it may lag a little bit. When I first opened this park, this was the anchor attraction. So, the first land is Oasis Square. It's kind of themed around Arabian Nights, that sort of thing. And the first land, of course, was Oasis Square, and the first ride is Oasis Dust Storm. Now, except for two exceptions, all the rides are like blueprints, basically. Like, I didn't build all the scenery. Except this one. I mean, no, not except this one. This one's just broken right now. So, let me see if I can drag an engineer. Usually it's faster if I pick one up. So, let's see. However, I will say, for some reason, coaster popularity is an odd sort of calculation. Because this coaster, I guess it's because it's right next to the entrance. But if you look, this is probably the most consistent line in the park. This line always is this long, and no other coaster has this consistently long of a line. Like, that guy turned away. What reason did he turn away for? Oh no, he just didn't want to go. But, he chickened out. So that's an inverted spinning coaster if we wait for this train to go out. And if, I installed another mod that lets me actually press a button and it will put me onto the train. So, yeah, this one is a spinning coaster, but it can do inversions, which I've never seen on a spinning coaster. So, yeah, there's a little, loop or corkscrew. Oh, no, that's a corkscrew. But yeah, this one has been remarkably popular for some reason. And the worst part is it has low capacity. It can only fit one train. And I could try to go in and add another block break, but I don't know. I don't know if that would mess up the ride too much. So, the next coaster, this is actually the most recent ride in the park right here. I built this one, like, right earlier today. And it's also copy and pasted from the blueprints. But it's called Moorish Monarch, and it's like a palace garden sort of thing. And it weaves in and out. But this one has two trains, so. And I like trains like this that can have lift hills that tilt up like this. I've never seen a lift hill like that. But, yeah, this is more of a tight constricted coaster. And also running between it, we do have a train that goes throughout the entire park. And it's going in a tunnel right now, but it's like a little miniature train. Right, let me crack open my Pepsi right now. There we go. Why'd I say Pepsi? This is a Diet Dr. Pepper. I can't think straight. I've had to binge this game so much for my class, and it's kind of like short-circuited my brain. Pardon me. But then we have all sorts of flat rides here. We have a drop tower. I did the scenery for this one myself right here. Of course, it's very basic. I didn't do this one because it actually took effort. Again, all sorts of flat rides. This is sort of flat ride central right here. And then we get to our second major e-ticket attraction. Right next to this train station, we have the Nile River Rapids, which is a barge ride. And you can see, well, you can't see, but there's barge buoys hidden inside these rocks, because the rocks are normally decorative, but they have, you can see it poking out right there. That's the part that actually causes these sort of rafts to bump. Let's see if this one will hit it. Oh, just missed it. But funny thing is, I placed it wrong where this is the entrance and that's the exit. And I found the best way to remedy that is to basically just have a tunnel entrance right here and a tunnel exit right here that gets people right to the entrance. So. And actually, I've never been able to go inside it like this, so I want to see what it looks like on the inside. Honestly, that's more simple than I thought. Huh. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. But I do like the curtain wall they did with that somehow. I don't know how that was laid out. But, that's basically it for most of the main Oasis Square section of the park. Again, more flat rides mostly, and even like a slide at the top. Yeah, because apparently a rug slide is a major theme park attraction. But yeah, so usually I have to check this notification bar on the side because there can be vandals in the park a lot of the time, and I'll have to hunt them down myself and use the hand of God, because I can like take anyone I want and just pick them up and drop them anywhere. So I can drop this guy like just in the way of a raft. Oh, and they'll run away from the raft. Wait, can you get hit by the raft? Come on, get hit by the raft. There we go, you phase through the raft. But yeah, and then they get confused when they get picked up. I think I would too. If I got picked up by the hand of God, that would be a little surprising. But yeah, and then we have the way merchandise stands work is you have employee paths that are closed by doors so they don't break immersion. And then you have all these little stalls. You don't have actual seating. When people buy food, why is there no one here to restock this place? So normally you have people that stock these places. But this guy's being lazy. Oh, and now, once I pick him up again, he takes the job off. That's one problem. If I move someone, they automatically pick a different job than the one they were doing. Where if I move someone, I want them to assist them in the job they're doing. That's one thing I don't like with this game, but, oh well. So yeah, basically all of these stands are for different purposes. Like this one's umbrellas, because when it starts raining, everyone goes for the umbrellas. Turkey legs, bubble tea. How many umbrellas have I sold here? Because I color code all my umbrella stands to see which one sells the most. $287. That's not bad, but I wonder how much the one in the front of the park sold. This was the first one. It sold $439. Yeah, that's a bit more. So, and sometimes you get things like this where there's supply changes, where this time we have more fruit. So that means the prices of making fruit juice will be lower. However, there is also, you know, a bunch of trash in the park, so I gotta take the janitors I have. Oh, and rides break down too. So I have to, like I mentioned before, I have to grab, I mean, actually, no, I don't have to grab. I would say I would, but normally the mechanic isn't right there to fix it, so. But with other things like janitors, I don't really have enough janitors, or I just refuse to hire more because I want to save money. So I just pick one up and drop them there, and they'll start cleaning it. And look, I get that. I worked as a theme park janitor for a while. It ain't much, but it's honest work, so shoutouts to them, honestly. If you went to Islands of Adventure in the past, like, year or so, you may have seen me. But you can see there's overflowing trash, too. Usually, when you work at a theme park, most of the time you're just either cleaning restrooms or doing trash, so. Although in this one, the toilets don't have to be cleaned too often, but then again, these are the size of the restrooms, so they're more like porta potties. like, and the weird thing is, I didn't understand this when I first started playing games like this, but with, what's this one game? The more popular one, Planet Coaster. It also has this thing where most of the shops and restrooms are these sort of stalls like this, where I guess it's supposed to be you building what it would look like, or you would build a large building and have this at the front, and that would represent the entire store or something, and people just going into it. And there's like a custom storefront that looks different than all the others to represent that, but I don't use many of those. So yeah, this is the sort of square in the middle of Oasis Square. It isn't too impressive, but I should probably put some fireworks there or something. I'll show you where I did put fireworks, though. That would be over in this land. This is Airbase Alpha, themed around an airstrip, and I built this coaster and all the decorations by hand, compared to all the other coasters in the park. This one is called Daredevil's Takeoff, and if we follow this car right here, so this is a hydraulically launched coaster, and I synchronized fireworks to it. Dangerously close. So, yeah, be careful not to get hit by sparks or something. But yeah, that is the tallest and largest coaster in the park. And I think it can run 3 trains simultaneously? If I'm not wrong? Yes, so one in the station, one queuing up for the hydraulic lift, and another one on this brake run, so. And with a lucky run like that, the brake won't slow it down if this train makes it into the station in time, and that means this car makes it around much faster, and it can hit both these corkscrews faster. And the rest of the land is located inside most of the footprint of this coaster. Like, you have other, like a flight training themed ride, you have an observation tower, and of course here's the train station, since it's actually a transportation ride. Actually, this ride makes a decent amount of money, even though it's a long wait, but it kind of goes under this tunnel here, and out the other side of the airstrip. To where, because I made the airstrip out of, like, terrain rather than actual metal tiles, which I don't know why, but one benefit is I can put it in an actual tunnel here. I would have preferred a full-size train, but they don't have one in the game yet, so. And then we have a little monorail coaster, which I've never been on one of those before. That looks cool. I wonder how a monorail coaster... In fact, I think there is one in, or there either is one or they're planning to make one in, what do you call it? Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, near Dollywood. Like, I think Anakista may be making one. But anyways. Just think, wait a minute. Let me look at this, because I want to see, does this coaster really do a flip or a corkscrew coming out of the station? Let's watch them load up here. Because normally with this camera view you don't get that. Oh, yes they do! It indeed does that. That reminds me, oh god, they're all banging their heads on the supports. Why does everything keep breaking down? Jeez. But, I do think that's pretty entertaining. There's a coaster in Carowinds that does that, I think. What's the name of it? It was like Cobra something? I don't know, it broke down while I was on it, and thankfully they didn't, like, they could get it started again, but sadly that meant I didn't get to be escorted off of a ride. And so I've never actually been escorted off a coaster in my life, and I kind of want to, but oh well, maybe next time. And there's no more coasters over here, but here's like the main eatery, or this is the staff area, and then you have the eatery right here in this hangar. You have a motion simulator. Over here we have another, I forgot the official name of this, but that's like the double arm. Some other flat rides, that sort of thing. And then if we head along this path, we will reach our third theme land. And as you can see, the train's heading towards it. There are 2 stations in this land, because it's the largest by, well, one of the largest by land area. This is Oxbow Junction, which is our western-themed area. So, of course, we have all the decorations here. We have covered wagons from, like, the Steam Workshop and all these other things. Mine parts. And then, of course, you head here. There's a lot of space I can do with these buildings here. I can put more stuff in them later. But we have an entire western-themed street going down here right here. An actual main street. Oop, let me get a janitor over here. I have some janitors that can work anywhere, which is not how things were done at the park I worked at. But usually you had a zone. So I have some of my janitors with a zone, and other janitors don't have a zone. So, which I think works better. Like when I worked at Universal, I think they would have benefited from having a few floaters that they could send to the busiest places during the day, but I don't know, they didn't do that, so take note. But yeah, here's some of those custom shops, and here's a depressed staff member taking a box. Oh, he saw me watching him, so now he's not depressed anymore. But yeah, they restock all these. Oh yeah, welcome Pleb, welcome to the stream. I'm just showing off a theme park I had to play this game for a class. So one of my college classes required me to build this theme park. But anyways, so this third land in Oxbow Junction is, again, Western themed. It has a train station right here. This is the largest train station. I kind of messed up this building, but whatever, I'll fix it later. And there's another coaster I plopped down from the workshop here called Standoff at the High Noon Saloon. More of a kiddie coaster sort of thing. But it's actually, like, a lot more wonky of a coaster than I thought it would be. Like, that does some weird curves. Oh, what class? I think it was Risk Management? No, it was a different class. What class was it? I'm curious now. Because I know my classes by their number, not their name, which is kind of ironic. But, let's see. What? Why can't I remember the class off the top of my head? And the Wi-Fi's not very good right now. I'm surprised. I tried streaming this earlier, but the Wi-Fi was just too inconsistent to stream. So, yeah, it's just taking a while to load. I'm looking at a blank screen right now. While that loads, I will show off. Again, a lot of these buildings are from the workshop, and I was able to place some other buildings inside of here, like we have a cash machine and an info kiosk. But, okay, here we go. Managing the guest experience. Sorry, the class is Managing the Guest Experience in Theme Parks. And my rides keep breaking down. Stop breaking down. And a bus dropped off. Sahara Sweeper fans. Really? There's a bus dedicated to fans of this ride? Weirdest part is that's not the only time that this ride has gotten a bus full of fans for it. This was like the second ride I built in the park because I was desperate. It has no decoration except for some palm trees. But anyways, enough of that. Yeah, so this is Managing the Guest Experience, and this ride, this is the one. Quit breaking down! Holy shit! Everything is broken down. I want to show off the thing I'm proud of, please. Okay, drop you here, fix it. Now, anyways, back to it. This ride, Silvertooth Gulch. I built this one from scratch. I built this ride before the park even opened. I built it in like the custom designer and saved it just so I could place it down here. So this is a mine train ride. I built every single piece of decoration from scratch. And the whole coaster layout itself. I built the whole layout, kind of. So think of this ride as a mixture of Expedition Everest and Big Thunder Mountain. Can I ride it? Wait. I can't get one from scratch, because when I get the mod that lets me ride the ride, it picks only a certain car. Anyways. So yeah, you can follow it here. And I put every single little rock here. I had to place every single rock by hand. That took so long. Because I wanted to make at least a few rides that were my own. So I built the layout of the track first, then I built the mine all around it. If you want to see, like, if I select one of the rocks I had to use here, you can see all the individual little pieces. Every single thing that's highlighted, I had to place that one at a time. Every piece of trim, every decoration, every pebble, every water feature, every truss, the whole works. And I am really proud of this ride. And unfortunately, it is not the most popular because it's kind of a slower ride. Mainly because of these stops. So I have two places where it stops and goes backwards. That's why I mentioned it's part Expedition Everest. So you can also see another place. This right here is the other stop where it turns around. So you can see it poking out at the back here. So I just built Disney World. I tried to. Well, my own Disney, I guess. And you can see the abandoned mine train going through here, and then the actual transportation miniature train here. So this is the second station. Because this land is so long, I put a station here at first, and then another station here. Just so I could get more people. And this train makes me so much money. Because the way this park works is I charge a small entrance fee, like $5, if I go all the way to the front. Or I can click this button. So, I charge $5 for admission. And actually, I can bump that up. I'm going to bump that up to $6. Because when the park gets bigger, it has more stuff and people are willing to pay more. However, each ride costs money too. So I have a small entrance fee, and each ride costs money. And because this ride is always so popular, I've bumped the price up so much. This is the most expensive ride in the park right here at $16. And people still fill up the queue for it. Which is not a good thing. You don't want full queues here, because if a queue is full, that's a bunch of people stuck in line and not walking around and riding other rides and spending money. And another thing that's weird is this ride always used to have a massive queue, and now it doesn't anymore, so I wonder why. I may bump the price down a little bit to try to get more people in line, because we're not getting full. That's another thing with the flat rides, sort of. Like, if you look at these flat rides, they never really have a full wait, so. And, of course, all these rides are constantly breaking down because they're really old. Oh, yeah, that's probably why. It's because they're really old. Because if you look at this, it is year 19 in the game. And I built this ride in January of year 1. The very first, like, this was an opening day attraction. So, where can I see the maintenance for it? Does that mean it's losing a lot of money now? No, it's still making money. Remaining value, $200. Well, now. Now, I'm gonna go in and try to find another repairman. And you drop them here, and hopefully they'll decide to fix it. Nope, nope. Walking away. Why are you walking away? Don't do that. Now, okay, it takes them a while. The pathfinding updates only every so often. So that's a problem. But I'd say the most popular ride in the park is this coaster right here. Followed by... probably... what's another really popular ride? Would have been this one. Would have been Baghdad Banshee, but now it is... actually, this one's always been really popular. It's not as big of a line right now, but Array 4 Flight Training, another flat ride, tends to have a lot. And I charge $8. I charge $8 for a flat ride, and people still come, so. And this ride right here, Daredevil's Takeoff, I charge the same for Daredevil's Takeoff as I do for Array 4 Flight Training, which is this little flat ride. Everything's breaking down. Quit breaking down. Jesus Christ. And again, it's always the old rides because, you know, they are not... oh, that's actually not good, because if it's a control failure, I don't know if that can actually cause it to crash or just blow up or something. I remember I was playing a game like this on the DS a long time ago, and I didn't realize you had to have a mechanic, and so I let a ride blow up one time, and it, like, scarred me. I don't know why, but it did. And of course, when I tell someone to repair something, they don't repair it. Repair it! Oh my god, quit walking past it! Someone repair the ride, holy shit! Every time I pick someone up, it makes them decide, oh, I'm not gonna fix it anymore. So then I have to drag every single available mechanic there in the hopes that one of them will decide to do it. Would be better if you made the entry fee like 80 and making everything else free. I don't know, for now, I'm not sure. I may want to experiment with that, but we're making so much money right now that I don't care too much. Because 70,000, that's a lot more money than you think, because most of these rides are around $10,000. So rides are cheap. And honestly, I'd say some of the things, like, let's see how much money other rides make. Like, this coaster makes $6.50. The initial prices for everything, from food to tickets, are always too low, like the game default prices. So what you do is you bump them up a decent amount before you open it. So every single food stand has stuff like this. And the reason you can tell if something is not high enough of a price and you can be making more money is if someone says something was a very good deal. So let's see, and another thing broke down. But let's see. Is there any like that? Really good deal. Gate to the Skies. So it says this ride is a very good deal. Oh, that's because I only set it to $6. But if a lot of people are saying it's only a really good deal, I can bump that price up to $7. And another bus just came that dropped off people with extreme rides as their goal. So that means they're going to be heading straight towards that group of people. I bet you they're heading all the way towards the big coaster, the Daredevil's Takeoff that I built. Because that's one of the only 2 coasters I built by myself. So a lot of people are still saying the entrance fee is a good deal. So I may even pump the entrance fee even higher. And a lot of them are saying there's no high-intensity rides, but that's kind of the only high-intensity ride, is Daredevil's Takeoff. Here, let's bump the price up to $7 for the main ticket. And really, no one's coming to fix this ride? No one. Okay, she's just taking her sweet time. And if I try to move someone else, the thing is, sometimes you have staff shortages because they have to take breaks. So as you can see, this person's taking a break right here. Now, because I've been having so many problems, I'm going to hire another mechanic, and I'm going to immediately send them to the training room. The staff have levels, and if you train them, it helps, they get some levels by just doing their job, but it's better to train them if you can, especially since this one's such a quick training. So that means she'll be done training in 4 minutes, and she'll be assigned to wander around. And I can assign and hire other people. I only have 4. I only have 4 security guards in this entire park. And this one's only level 2, so I'm going to bring him here and start training him too. How many haulers? Because haulers are the people that actually bring supplies. The weird way that supplies work in this game is that they are underground. This is the main place supplies come in, and they all pump out of these trash chutes to get disposed of. But both supplies and trash go through these supply depots. And if I take a look underground and hide everything else, you can see all this piping. And this piping goes to all these different supply chutes and all these other places. And basically every major food area has its own supply depot that supplies all these stands. And that's also for merchandise as well. So all these crates go through here. So it's like an underground resource transportation system. Basically just think of it like the utilidors, but you can't send people through it. Like under Magic Kingdom. And you can have, like, tunnels underneath for staff, but, like, I have staff underneath for guests sometimes. Tunnels underneath for guests sometimes. But, like right here with the pyramid, there is an underground pathway here for people to go through to access the ride as in, like, a sort of express access. So. Now, I could have more tunnels if I wanted to, but right now there's not much need to, because the pathways are designed relatively well, I'd say. No, I'd say there is a decent amount of congestion here, but people mostly just phase through each other. So it doesn't matter too much. I do have blank space here I don't know what to do with, but yeah, aside from that, I'm thinking we make a new ride. Because what we need is another major coaster. Because right now, the largest one, of course, is Daredevil's Takeoff, and all the other ones are sort of like B-rate coasters. So let's see if there are any we can drop down. Now, of course, I want some of these to fit in with the theme. Now, can I get a hyper coaster? Maybe? Depends on what the theme looks like. Because I do have these 3 themed lands, basically. Now, I don't really want space theme. That's not what I'm going for. There is like a Pompeii themed one, but it looks kind of small. And these rides, some of these bigger ones, are a bit more money. But we are not hurting for cash right now. There's a waterfall one. But that's more modern themed. Of course, you can make one without a theme, but what's the point in that? There's no fun there. Could also have a dark ride, but then again, I want an exciting ride. There's an inverting wood coaster we can build. Let's see. Ooh, this one, Orient Garden. That one looks pretty interesting. An inverting woody. You know, that one would fit into our land right here. Only thing is, we need the space for it, because you actually do have to purchase land, so. Now, I could place it... Oh, it's just too small for this part. Now, the most obvious answer is over here, but then that means it's just coasters over here. So eventually we'll have to expand things. But, you know... Why not? We need another big coaster, and having one close to the front entrance of the park is definitely a benefit. So, I think we will build this one, and that will be Orient Garden. But we need to flatten the terrain first, because we need actual, good, proper land for the theming. Usually, if they're not themed, it's easier, because you can just plop it down anywhere. But here, we have to prepare the land. There we go. Well, it may be worth it to do that. Now. Do we have enough space? Now, right now it's showing we can't build it. I wonder why. Because the entrance is here. Park does not own building rights. Well, I thought we did buy all this land. What's stopping us? So we can build it here. No, we own all this land. Oh, and we're lagging. There we go. Now, I don't get it, because I do own this land. I don't understand. That sucks, because that would have been the perfect place for it. I kind of want it closer to the front of the park. Is it just because it's too close to the wall? No, we own that. We own the rights to that. The game's lying to me. I could place it here, but I don't want to place it there. I want to place it next to the side. I guess I could place it here. That means we'll have to flatten a bit more, because of course the game doesn't want to play nice. In fact, we'll just flatten this whole section. Maybe that was the issue? Let's try again. Because I want another good coaster. Oh, can I build it now? Wait a minute. Did that solve the problem? Wait. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It just gave me the wrong error for some reason. And now let's find where the entrance and exit is. Where is the station? There it is. So this is the entrance right here, and the entrance loops around to here. That is quite a complicated sort of pathway for it to take, though. I guess it's neat because it allows this sort of garden area. Alright, well, let's pause and let's connect all this up. Alright. So we'll have, yeah, spaces around every 3 tiles or so. That means we can slap down a few extra things. We'll slap down a cash machine. We'll slap down a info stand. And if we're over here, we can also make a restroom and a first aid room. We can take care of guest needs. And of course, one problem that isn't intuitive with this is guests don't like seeing the walls of these buildings. So you not only have to do, and even though they have their own doors, you need to put extra doors in front of them, because guests need their theming. So let's grab some walls. In fact, we'll just copy, oh, these are cubes. They use some elaborate theming for this for their texture work, but we are lazy and we just want to get it slapped down. So that's what we're going to do. Now, door. Have a doorway. Take this one, and let's grab the color palette they're using. Okay, and then we'll get doors for the doorways. What's one that fits the size? There we go. There are doors, and we want roof. Not roof, roof. And do we have granulations? Yes, we can. That way I can make the theming match at least a little bit. There we go. Give it that sort of Moorish castle look. Now it looks like it's just part of the building. And then we can attach the pathway to it. We'll go ahead and open up the ride so we can start making money. How does it work? If I wanted to wait for it not full to launch trains. So it has 9 cars per train and 3 trains. Usually with these slap-down rides, you don't want to change those values because they designed the coaster to work best with those amounts of things. So now will people actually start heading to it. And to incentivize this, we can place benches as well. In fact, we haven't really placed many benches. Thought we placed more. Well, let's do that. More, Moorish. Funny joke. Slap a few down here. Never have too many benches. Oh, another thing I noticed though is that these machines here like it when you have more paths. So you can do that, and to create more space, there is a curved piece. And what this does is it breaks up the pathway and allows you to place things like benches on the side of it. There we go, and then we can get lights. Lampposts, basically. And it looks like this section isn't entirely lit up, so we can add a few lights here and there. But I do like the layout of this coaster, it looks cool. But yeah, this coaster kind of reminds me of an RMC design. I like the Polish flags for some reason. I don't know, that looks like a Polish flag to me. Oh, that's a weird look with how slow it is going down there. I wonder how many guests are in the train affects the weight here. Because I wonder if a game like that would take that into account, just running empty trains. Oh, is anyone actually in line? It says there's someone on the ride. Oh, that's him! Let's see. Okay, now we're gonna ride it with this person. Let's hide all this. There we go. Now we can... This is another mod, but again, it lets you actually ride the ride. So let's ride it with this first guest. Oh, and there's a tunnel section. I didn't know about that. Alright. I like that this game has tunnels being really cheap, because in other games like Planet Coaster, you know, tunnels are the opposite of cheap. Which, you know, like they are in real life, but whatever. Oh, and here's that other inversion. Now, is it slow with this? It is. Oh, that's gotta feel weird. I wonder what it would be like to ride this ride in real life, you know? Just for that hang time. Oh, and again. Oh, and they slam your head into a rock. Oh, my. Oh, that makes me want to ride it even more. I love slamming my head into a rock. However, this is a long station, and that makes me wonder if it can hold more than one train. Because usually, if I want to do that, I would have a brake run before the station, but they made the station very long. Does that mean they can have a larger, or more than one train in the station? It does. Oh, that's interesting. I may want to experiment with that later on. What do I want to name this? Because it needs a better name. How about... So it's an inverted coaster themed about a castle. An Eastern castle. I was thinking Ottoman Oscillator, but that's too campy of a name. Usually I just name a lot of my rides after cities, like Medina Maelstrom or Baghdad Banshee. What's another city? Tel Aviv? No, we're not doing Israel. This is more of a Moorish thing. Casablanca? Casablanca what, though? Casablanca... I would put Crusade, but that's too campy. Yeah, we'll do Crusader. Casablanca Crusader. There we go. It's a placeholder. And it looks like that. Yeah, the price is definitely too low. Let's go $7. That looks better. Now, how does this ride rank in terms of thrill? Extreme excitement, decent intensity, low nausea. That's not bad. Like, compared to this one, which is extreme excitement, very high intensity, medium nausea. So this one isn't as smooth a ride, even though I don't know. This one looks smoother to me, but what do I know? But that does make me wonder. It may be worth it to add another train station here, maybe? But that would make the ride longer. And people complain about how long the train ride is, so I don't know. Because we only, like, we have a station right here. And there is a tunnel, so it's not like it's difficult for people to get between this part and this part. They can get across those tracks just fine. But it's neat that this place does actually look like a city, sort of, now. I like that. Adds a lot of character. A lot of places for people to wander. And I'm thinking with some of this extra space here, is it possible to build a staff area? Well, no, with all this vertical space, I'm not sure. But, you know, what if we look at some of our buildings here? Because I think it would be good to put in an actual, like, area with, shops and things, so. Because a place like this is too big, and it doesn't fit the theme. You can just straight up build Notre Dame if you want to. Oh, Lord. Oh, my. Oh, that is way bigger than I thought it would be. I guess, yeah, if you want to build Notre Dame, you can build Notre Dame. Took me that's so much effort to build my one cathedral in Minecraft. I don't know how someone would have the patience to build one in this game. Oh, my. Yeah, I downloaded that from the workshop. Could build an outdoor food court, but again, it doesn't fit the theme. Where's that closet? That could work. But it already has, it's too small, and it has stuff we already have. I need something that will fit, that isn't a straight-up Western building. So I got a bunch of the Western buildings for that, for Oxbow Junction. We may have to make our own. Alright, well, let's do it. Let's save the game. And let's make a little food area. Where would be the best place? It'd be nice to put it, like, nestled in here, but that's not enough space for that. So that's the queue. Maybe a place that can only be accessed from here? Can I build these underground? I can? I could have an underground food court. Wait a minute, what if we tried that? What if we tried an underground food court? Alright, we can have it 1.5 meters underground. And since there's another one right there, yeah, this is far enough away to make that happen. We can have the entrance to it in here somewhere. But we do have to avoid the coaster tunnels. Now let's see, where's a good entrance for this place? Because I do want a proper entrance. Maybe here? Or we could have two entrances, like, yeah, that would work better. Let's see. could have one here. We could have one here. Here and here. Would that work? Maybe coaster blocks this one. Or does it? No, it doesn't. What the? Well, I broke something here. What did I break? Oh, that may be a prop. It is, okay. Well, that's something to keep in mind. However, I can build here if I want to. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And we'll go down. No, I can't do that. Okay. Well, we'll find another location. I want this to work. There we go. And then we'll have another one. Down to 1.5. And then we can have one here. 2, 1.5. We can go in here and remove all of these. Then we view underground, hide scenery. Oh, and we're gonna have to go around the coaster. Okay. Well, we'll do this. Well, no, we really can't. We'll go this way. Okay, we can do that. Alright, now they're connected. And if these are our two entrances, how do we want our buildings to work? I will need a staff entrance. Ooh, I'll have a staff-only entrance. Oh, that works. Alright, then we'll have some employee-only ones. Well, let's stick to the regular pass. We want a food court is what we're going for, but it's underground. Okay. All of this, basically. I guess we'll make it look like you can view the coaster while it's underground as well, from here. And then we can have our sort of food stalls on these sides. So, what food do we want? We only have one Chinese food place in the park, but it is close to this one. People really like bubble tea. I guarantee you we'll have one of those. Bubble tea. We'll have... Are there any places we don't have any in yet? You know, I think we can put a shop too. We'll put a hat shop. Because they all use the same supplies anyway. Then we'll have hot dog stand. Yeah, sure, we'll put a Chinese place in. Well, Funnel cakes. No, yeah, funnel cake. Corn dogs? Yeah, we'll put corn dogs. And last one, balloon. No, we're not doing a balloon stand underground. No. Popcorn. Yeah, we don't have too many popcorn places. So there's that, and screw it. We'll have a few more pathways just for seating. And let's get the benches. These are all going to need benches. Trash cans too. First off, we need curbs though, so we can actually have the room to place stuff. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Close enough. I wish you could make actual, like, dedicated tables, but you can only imitate them, so. Trash can. Trash can. Have more trash cans up top. Just to ensure there are enough. Usually you wouldn't need a ton, but in this case, yes you do. Alright, now benches. Here, let me change the song. And then we'll just slab benches down everywhere. Everyone wants to sit down here. Even though it's a dingy, dimly lit tunnel. How about lamps? We'll have a few. I guess we'll replace one bench. And then we have employee pathways behind these buildings. Alright, there's all this. Then we'll place our supply depot and a staff room. For we will need the pipes. Thankfully, we have so much money where it's not that much of a problem to build a bunch of these. And boom, connected. Then we can go all the way back, build our staff room. Oh god, I hope this doesn't cause too much of a mess. Now we need a special employee exit. Where will be our employee entrance? I guess this will be it. Okay. Alright, scenery. Alright, there we go. There's our employee entrance, and of course, to make sure no guests go back here, good door. Hide the underground viewer. Now let's see. Do you want some archways to hold up these supports? Just to look more consistent. And except for here, we will have a full doorway. And we'll have the door. Where's our walls? Roof. And renovation. Now it just looks like a small building. Alright. And if you look at the underground view again, hide scenery. Let's take this. Actually, our supply depot here. And we can attach it to all of these. Because each supply depot needs to be manually assigned. Alright, now each one of these has a depot. And it may be better to hire another hauler. In fact, what we'll do is we'll take an existing hauler. That's just the game auto-saving. We'll take one of the Oasis Square haulers, put her here. And don't we have another one? We'll take both these haulers here. Now, will they actually do it? Why aren't they bringing supplies? Maybe I'll have to hire another one? Why is this not working? There we go. Oh, and it looks like we got some vandals. Now let's immediately pause. We have this game. Everyone here has figured out an easy solution to vandals. Now vandals always wear the same thing. What they wear is a backwards baseball cap and a sort of neck handkerchief thing, whatever the word is for that, mask basically. And they act like normal guests, they buy food, they get in line for rides, they do all that. However, here's one right here. It looks like he really has to pee, but they break things. If they find things like lights and trash cans, they break them. So what we do is a little bit of trolling. So I hit the ban button, and now it says instead of 9, there are 8 remaining, and we drag him to the exit, because they can still break things on their way out. So you can go through every single line and go through all the people in your park, but there are over 2,000 people in this park. And there's a quicker way than just hunting them down like this. This is easier for a smaller park, but when the parks get bigger, you're going to have more problems. So what I would suggest is, especially because not all people with backwards baseball caps are vandals, so you would go into a certain mode. Hit the magnifying glass, go into vandalism, and it shows gray for every single thing that can be vandalized, and you look and you wait for a red light to pop up. For example, there's one right here. That means this thing's been knocked over. And oh look, here's the person who did it. Ban. Pick him up. Drag his ass to the exit. That's 2 down. Any more things that have been vandalized? Doesn't look like it so far. So in that case, once you see that a thing has been vandalized, you grab one of your mechanics, go fix it. And they bring out their trusty hammer, and they bonk with the hammer, and it fixes it. Now we wait. And each time you see something break, if we can catch it in time, we can usually find the person who did it. Because I don't know how it spawns them. I don't know if it just converts random guests into vandals, or if it does something else. Because if you don't catch them in time, they'll end up breaking a bunch of stuff, and it can get annoying. Less because it's expensive to fix, because it's not. It's mainly just guests will complain if they see too much stuff that's been vandalized, so that's your main concern. But if they're all waiting in line for rides, they're not going to break anything, so it may take a while. Yeah, so now we're just on the lookout for the vagrants, and I think I've spotted one. As you can see, there's a trail of destruction right here. And if we follow the general direction of it, there should be someone around. There he is! There's our culprit. Oh, I don't want to say anything. Let's just say we found the culprit. Another person banned. Now we send a mechanic. And because they can tip these trash cans sometimes, you'll need to bring a janitor. Looks like there's no other janitors, so you're doing it now. I just hired a new one. We have money for that. Now let's see if any other vandalisms have occurred. None in the Westland. Any over here? No. And this ride's broken? Or is it? It's not broken, it just says it is. Never mind. Sometimes things bug out, I don't know why. Let's actually press F10 and go back into the regular mode. There we go. No, that didn't. That's the regular mode. Okay. Oh, there's one right there. This place is broken. Oh, wait. Did you get him? Did he lose him? You lost him? Our security guards are incompetent. You lost the guy and he's right here. I gotta do the job myself. Okay, I like the other view better. It's faster to move the camera. You hit here. Nothing broken here yet. We got 5 more left to catch. However, usually, once you catch, like, up to 2 left, the others disappear. They get scared. So here's some broken stuff. Let's see which direction our vagrant took off in. So this thing's broken too. Means the culprit has to be around here somewhere. Unfortunately, this is always one of the most crowded parts of the park. This is broken too. It's gonna be hard to catch someone here. So that person isn't the vagrant, even though he has the backwards cap. He doesn't have a chief on his neck. You may have to just press play and be on the lookout. So I can't find him right now. We do not have enough haulers. And another thing broke. Oh boy. I'm trying to see if anything else broke that we haven't seen break yet. Is this it? Oh, we found him. He was heading this way. Okay. Now he's banned. He was heading the other direction than we thought, so kick him out, and let's get some mechanics here. How many are left? Sorry, I'm in like hyper-focus mode. Because usually you just want to deal with these as soon as they start. The longer they take to happen, the more annoying it can get. Oh, here's some breaking. Now, is there someone here wrecking things? Maybe heading this way. Can't tell. Problem is, I don't know which direction they're going. Are they heading this way, or are they heading the other way? Looks like it'd have to be this way. Nothing here is broken yet. Makes me wonder. There he is, he's on a bench. Thought you could hide. Alright. Kick him out. Get a mechanic over here. The Oxbow Junction mechanic. And the Oxbow janitor. Alright, that should be all of those fixed, and now, if I'm right, we will only have to mess with one more vandal. Little bugger, where'd he go? Oh, see something broken. Harder to see in the dark. Let me turn off the visualizer. It's this one that's broken, so our culprit could be going a few directions. Can't see anyone yet. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe it was an old one, because I don't see the person who did it. Oh, wait. String of broken items here. Has to be someone going this way. It could be in the tunnel. Well, underground. Oh, is that him? Oh, he hid in the tunnel, you sneaky bastard. Man, he thought that was the last place he could get caught, but no, we got that problem-solving skill. And of course, Crusaders now. Where's the exit to this one? Because we do not want that to go unheeded. Where's the exit? And that's the exit. Do we have any other mechanics available? We do. If you can get to it early enough, you can get it before the game assigns a mechanic, so it will assign the one that's walking away, hopefully? Why are you walking away? Stop walking away! There's a ride you need to fix. Stop walking away! No. No. I will move every single mechanic until one decides to actually do it. There we go. Now there's one more vandal left. There are only two left. Come on, we need one of them to do something. Usually it doesn't take this long, but didn't have to do it with 2,000 people in the park. At some point, you may just want to make a new one after a park gets too big, but I'm committed at this point. Committed to the bit. And the shops still aren't getting the items they need. Oh wait, no, they are. They're just giving off errors. Yep, they say that even though they don't need anything. So they're false positives, and there's no way to... Like, it's doing that with a bunch of these. I don't know why, but the game's getting less and less stable. What are things doing here? Well, it's working. People are buying stuff. And the backup house seems to be working properly, so our underground food court is actually working. Don't know how they did it, but it worked. And of course, everything's always breaking. Now if I put two over here, one of them's bound to work on. There we go. And we still have two vandals left. I just don't get it. Where? Where are they? We're gonna have to find them eventually. Just one of them. Literally one of them. That means he has to be in, like, a line for something. Watch him be in line for the coaster at the front of the park. Watch him be one of these people. One time I did catch one of them on a coaster, and I kicked them off while they were riding the coaster. It was a little gruesome, but not too gruesome. No, so they weren't in line for that one. Literally, it's never taken this long to find all the vandals. Of course, it happens to be when I'm streaming. Literally, anytime. Anytime. Literally, anytime. There's a lot of trash here. And you ignored the trash? You're still... Oh. Oh, wait a minute. This is part of Oasis Square. I actually have to assign it as part of Oasis Square. Oops. There it goes. There we go. Okay. Now all we have to deal with while they're getting to work on that is just finding this last stupid vandal. I don't know where he is, but we'll wait until they break something, even if it takes forever. And I'm trying to think, like, what other rides would have long enough of a line to make a vandal wait before they start breaking things again? Can't be, like, I don't know, 'cause some of these lines just aren't too long. Couldn't be a monorail coaster. Oh, and now it's storming again, so people will start buying umbrellas. Something got struck by lightning. I don't know what that was. Something over here. But now, of course, you see people buying umbrellas from the umbrella stand. What are you walking out of line for? Really? You chickened out of the line even though you were mostly through it? I don't know, that's like a weird way the game does their design. Found you! There we go, it took us so long. Finally found one. Oh, I don't know why it took that long. Did he break anything before he left? He was like right over here. No, he didn't. I wonder what ride he was riding. If we look at the carousel, how long has that one been here? In fact, this one has a much lower maintenance interval. That's the first time I've actually changed one of those. Now, how much value does it have left? Not much. Yeah, I'm guessing that means it'll break down more often as time goes on. Alright, well, we can turn scenery back on. But I do love the way the park looks at night, though. It does look so beautiful. I do wish more people would ride Silver Cave Gulch. We could do an attraction advertisement for it. In fact, yeah, let's run one. Gulch, and we'll do... Screw it, we're doing a... TV ad. For 3 months. It'll cost like $2,000, but screw it. I want people riding this ride. Now, I don't even know if the campaigns mean that people start riding the ride during or after the promotion, so we'll find out. I want to add some lights, though. Oh, I could put splash effects under the waterfall. Oh yeah, now it looks like an actual waterfall. There we go. Look at how fast this guy's moving. I don't know what he was doing. People will like this ride, we just gotta advertise it. There we go. How long have I been streaming for? Hour and a half. What time is it? I may end the stream pretty soon, because I've showed off most of the park here, and we've gotten a new coaster successfully installed. Thankfully, this coaster doesn't have too bad of a capacity. And it's not being sent out with full cars, but still. There's still a decent amount of people in line for it, which is good, so. In fact, one other thing I will do, though, is I'll take the rides that have been here for a while and I'll increase their maintenance interval. All the old rides will get a 30-minute maintenance interval. What's another one of the classic attractions? $35. And we'll give this one a 35 too. Some more preventative maintenance. This one needs some TLC too. Lots of TLC. There we go. Alright, well, I think that looks pretty good. So, let me save the game. We're still making money hand over fist, so I think this is pretty successful, if you ask me. Alright. Yeah, I kind of like how this sort of came together. Now, let's see, in the meantime, has that campaign been working, or will it be working? Yeah, there's not a too terrible amount of people in line. Will it fill up the car, though? Will they completely fill up the coaster car? They will not, however, that's still a pretty decently filled coaster. More people than normal. And it's already a third of the way over. There we go. Sorry for the screenshot sound effect. But, like, look at this one. This one only has 2 people. And, of course, there's a crash and it scared customers. Of course. Right as the campaign was starting to move pretty good. You know, we have our log flume here. People are still saying that's a pretty good deal. However, I'm keeping prices the way they are, just mainly in the hopes that it'll bring some more people to it, because right now the line's just straight out empty. And I don't know how many boats they can stack at the station. So they'll launch a full boat as another one comes in. But these crowds aren't always there, and the janitors also walk the park, so... There's no one else coming in the line right now. Now I wonder, as this other log right here comes in, does that mean that it will launch this one otherwise? I guess it just does launch for 2 people. I guess they're smart about how they do it. There we go. That guy's happy. And you can see what number guests they are. We've had over 10,000 or 11,000 guests in the park. I wonder what the average number of money spent is. There's like $40, $38, $30. Seems like that's the average. Any high spenders? That guy has 50. Ooh, that guy has 80. This guy has almost 200. Jeez, this guy's like swagged out. What is he carrying? Oh, and you can see a map of what experiences they did. The park got a shirt, took a rest, went on power plant ride. After Daredevil's takeoff. And did it again. He rode Daredevil twice. Went all the way for Chinese food. Got some tea. Went on Maelstrom. Took another nap. And I'll show the exact bench they took a rest on. That's funny. Power plant again. You must really like power plant. And again, Daredevil's takeoff. Chinese again. Jeez. What is this guy doing? Oasis Dust Storm. He went all the way over here, got chips and bubble tea, toilets. He's like spending a marathon here. Holy crap. What a champ. Let's see. Baghdad Banshee. He got a sub. He got more bubble tea. My god, is this all? Of course, this is like a course of months. Guests are in the park for a long time. Cash machine. Got more cash. He did the High Noon Saloon twice. He did High Noon Saloon. He went on the Rock Mine, then Silvertooth. He entered Dune Express here, and he left Dune Express all the way around. So he took the ride all the way around just to come back here. Got a burger. Took a rest on 2 separate benches. Went on the lighthouse slide. Then back to Palace Spin next to it. Then he got on Dune Express a second time, and he got off at the same station. Used the loo. Got a turkey leg all the way in the main part of the Western Park. Used the cash machine. Did High Noon Saloon again. Silvertooth Gulch again. And where is he now? Oh, now he's walking all the way over here. And his favorite attraction is Daredevil's Takeoff. Huh. Because it gives every guest a unique attraction. We'll pin him and receive notifications for him just to follow his antics while we do other things. Let's see, Oasis Dust Storm, Gate to the Skies, Morch Monarch, Nile River Rapids. Yeah, people are mostly liking the big ticket, except that guy likes Maelstrom for some reason. What a weirdo. Sahara Sweeper, I don't get it. Why? Again, that's a flat ride, that's dumb. Again, Daredevil's Takeoff, that's a good one. And Gate to the Skies is open. Where is that? Now, I want to get this ride working because that's a pretty popular ride. We need the Airbase Alpha mechanic. Oh, that's their janitor. Airbase Alpha mechanic. Deborah. Deborah, I need the ride fixed. Deborah. There you go. Atta girl. Come on, fix the ride for the good folk. There we go. I wonder what people are saying our new ride is still good or not. They are. What about $8? Yeah, that one's pretty popular. Has it made decent money? Oh yes, it has. It has made some good money. God, a lot of people are saying it's a good deal. Yeah, we need to raise the prices there. Now, what does it look like for the amount of people heading into here? Not too bad. Now I can... Actually, I kind of do want to decorate this. Doorway. Alright, there's an entrance here. Roof. Oh, was that entrance blocked the whole time? Oops. Wall. Store. Fill all that in. Roof. Crenellations. There we go. That looks better. But yeah, people do like eating down there. Like, there's a guy there snacking on some popcorn. So I can't click on anyone until they get out of there. But people are definitely down there. Too bad I can't really go underground easily with my camera. But who knew the underground food court works? Makes me wonder, though. Still debating whether or not to add another, like, train station over here. Because that's not the longest walk, but then again, it kind of is. Yeah, I'll consider it. Anyways, I'm probably going to log off for the night, so let me just head over to ending soon. I want to thank you all for joining me for the stream and the DVR for those who are watching after. Hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I will see what next stream we do later. I'll announce it in the Discord, so...